Welcome back. All the info is at the end of the video and some tips and secrets. Welcome back, Divine Feminines. We're here to do your update for May 2022. We do weekly updates. We have weekly updates rather. So if you do value this after the read, feel free to join us. Now, okay, the karmic third party energy is your crowning energy. There seems to be a situation relating to the karmic path. For some of you, you may be in awareness that your counterpart is directly within a third party situation. Also within your own life, I do see that a lot of you are getting to a space that you are no longer resonating with something and you're feeling that you're really needing to get centered and address the issue at hand. I do feel this is quite a large message coming through, especially in relation to the frequency of joining with your counterpart. I feel some of you are going to be having people from the past coming back, but your intuition and feeling is not only them in their transformation, but also them within any external influences. The signal that's coming through for me is you guys are really needing that to tie up in a sense, right? So relating to the past, you're needing this person to come back. Oh, we deem it in, the twin flame community is correct, but really a person that is wanting to work with you. That's really what you're ushering in. You're happy for the person to come back, providing that individual is prepared, ready, and their deck is clear. Now, it's not that initially we, yes, obviously we expect it to be clear, but it's not going to be perfect. This is what we need to understand. I feel it's more the intention, knowing that this person has good intentions, has the ability to become the emperor, become everything that they're able to achieve, but really knowing at the root cause of everything is that this person will show that factor that they're having an ability to do this with you. So this is really what you're open to. Some of you are anticipating that you may be getting communication. Others of you potentially are in communication with this individual and renegotiating the terms. There is something really in the mix of it where they have changed, and some of you may say, hey, they've actually changed for the worse, not the better. But there is something that's quite pivotal this week that I do feel it's actually springing this into action, and it's really going to be transforming it, getting rid of those old polarities that don't resonate with us, be it we want those things or not. Some of you are feeling, okay, look, I'm the one that's single, I'm the one that's fancy free. Some of you, if you are in a karmic relationship yourself, it's that questioning of, well, how can I actually be with my twin if I'm currently in a connection right now? So how this message is coming through for those of you who are involved, it appears to be that some of you can be thinking, hey, am I being the karmic to myself? Am I happy with the situation I'm directly in my life? Be it it's a karmic relationship or not, there's something at the moment going on in your life that you are directly removing and trying to free yourself. This can be financial restraints. It also could be a physical person, place, or thing. But it does feel you're trying to liberate yourself out of a circumstance and trying to not get stuck in your head with it. I do feel that there are circumstances where we could have this demeanor this week that is quite strict. We always talk about the healthy boundaries, especially here at YILDIZ Readings. And I have said from my personal experience that the healthy boundary ends up being with ourselves. And what do I mean by that? It's not by telling a person, but actually showing a person how to show up. So I feel it's about the self-esteem level and, the strictness of going, look, I know I'm worth it. I know I do right by people. So it doesn't mean to say by speaking it we directly get that, but it's by saying, hey, there will be the door if those boundaries aren't respected. So it's about living that truth and actually, just being that vibration completely so that you actually have your back covered, but also you're making those direct choices. And if you see anything that isn't kind of gelling with you, that you can pull your own personal energy back and protect yourself. And I feel that's the demeanor that a lot of you are coming through with. I feel some people are maybe pressing your buttons a little bit. I also feel you could really be pushing back on these individuals. You also could be very stern with your twin of what you feel that you would need in order for this to work. And yes, we do talk about the 5D and the 3D. For many of you, I think there's a 3D circumstance going on, even though we can obviously get that connection through the 5D. I do feel again that, you know, I'm really calling this week, especially because we're going into Mercury retrograde. It's almost like Chinese whispers, the gossip, the things coming through. You're going to hear things through the grapevine. And I feel we're going to be really careful how we interpret those things. I also feel at an intellectual level, a lot of you can be getting a download, but also it's almost like, you know, going through the vault of your mind of different things that have happened through your past and having epiphany moments of maybe the error of your ways, maybe the error of the other, or what those conversations were and what the deeper meaning was. You know, we've all been there, gone on Google and gone, okay, what does this mean? Why is this happening? Some of you might be reading script in relation to twin flame path and the spiritual union. Some of you are trying to understand what it means by you're together with them when they're not. And it's more that they are the mirror to your soul. So by balancing that, you actually can reach that union. And that's really the element of the balance. I feel some of you may get information in relation to potentially a third party energy, with especially because of the crowning energy here, and these cards that are showing it. And this can be if a person is in a relationship, number one, with the spiritual connection, which we deem as a spiritual marriage between masculine and feminine. You're trying to find that within yourself. But I also feel if you have heard gossip about how this person's doing, or you're visually seeing it, you could be getting a changed opinion of that circumstance. It may be that you see your twin really struggling within a karmic cycle, and you can't understand why they're doing it to themselves, because they are appearing to be quite down. Some of them can be showing poker face at the moment, but you may actually see the cracks this week coming through for those of you in communication. My guides are telling me that we need to understand that what we're seeing at face value isn't what's happening behind closed doors. And, you know, closed doors don't just come down to where that person is and whom with that person is. I think I said that right. With whom that person's with. But rather what is going on at more a subconscious level. And I feel we could be in a little bit of ego saying, look, you know, especially when we're saying, well, why are they still there? It's a belief system. Go through and definitely have a look at the masculines update. It's going to give you a lot more clarity as well. I feel for you, you're wanting to be with someone, but you don't want to be with them just because they feel obliged. I feel that's coming through very strongly. You also, for some of you, are worried about your twin. You are worried about their, you know, their wellness. They could be dealing with the situation. It's almost like I'm seeing 3 times, and I don't know. I don't know why they're making reference to 3, but it could be 3 times. That may be you've heard the same thing and you're sort of at that crossroad at the moment where you're thinking, hey, inevitably, are we going to reach that happy ending with the things that have come through? I'm feeling yes. I do feel yes, because this is a very strong heart-centered frequency. I feel if they're struggling with something and you are reaching communication this week, you can be talking through those past tense situations. You can be actually giving detail. And it was really funny. I had a chat with my twin the other day, which I'm going to be doing videos based on the language of love through twin flame path. Not just the language of love, but the communication style. I think, you know, the one thing I've noticed, men from Mars, women from Venus, is a lot of times when Divine Masculine has something, we need to be extremely direct, especially during Mercury retrograde, of what we're saying, you know, because sometimes we are actually providing a map, but we're unconsciously, we don't know that we're actually doing that. So when we're talking about things, if it's, look, I need to get this off my chest, this is how I saw it, that's one thing. But they do tend to think, gee, you know, what is the map to your heart? How do I go about doing this? And by no means do I mean that they don't understand what they need to do. It depends on the context of what is being spoken about. But what they're showing me here is that you do know them very well. And that, you know, sometimes they think that's a detriment because some of the things that they've done in their mind are not necessarily the most positive things. But they're definitely looking at the hurt that they've caused you. And there is a great deal of regret and remorse in relation to it. I do feel these extreme feelings in the circumstances. Like what they're trying to say through the clarifiers, I've actually pulled a section here for your counterpart. And there is a lot of emotions and bad luck that they have endured. They have felt that them being in your life would have brought that, and that's a lot of the reasons why they did step back. They have had a string and a chain of bad luck. They have felt at times that they haven't been maybe the best individual that was for you. I do feel where they're standing at the moment, you know, it's the small things, the small synchronicities that a person moves through and experiences. It's only then that we can truly see that we haven't really, I feel they feel as though they haven't lost you. And so what do I mean by that? Psychically, what my guides are showing me is that even though they moved away, even though they may have chosen different paths, subconsciously and through their heart-centered energy, it is an activation of the heart. And I feel it makes them feel quite vulnerable. You do have X-ray vision, so to speak, and definitely this is both a positive and a negative of being an empath, is that you can be incredibly intuitive. I feel some of you are in awareness that if they are in a karmic relationship, it's not really working. It's maybe what looks great on face value, but spiritually speaking, I feel you can see beyond the veil. And so for them, it's almost like they're coming to this negotiation point in their minds of acceptance, because they do know they're in between two worlds. And spiritually, they're feeling very unfulfilled by this circumstance. It's creating a lot of instability. They also feel that you've been very, very patient with them, and this regret that they're having of how long they've made you wait. It's almost like they feel spiritually with what they're going through, be it it's a circumstance. I'll pull another clarifier. It feels disempowering, but it also feels very liberating. You guys may intuitively know what this person has been through. Okay, what is this in relation to? For those that are dealing with family, please show me a card. Because the karmic doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. Yeah, it can be. So it's the relationships. It's all our connections, but it's also the connection with self. So there's guilt. There's thoughts that they had to be a certain way in society. Okay, within a karmic third-party relationship, please. Yeah, this could be something to do with their traditions and values. But it's also at a foundation level. There's a lot of things. The foundation of it isn't correct. The value systems between both aren't really correct at the moment. There's situations relating to finances that are affecting them. There might have been entanglement. For some, there could have been children. Okay. Those that are single, please. Yeah, same thing. Movement of home, change of job, change of career, change in direction. But I do feel the overriding, overarching energy is family and old wounds that need to be healed. Okay, relating to divine feminine place. I feel the judgment's being made. I feel they have the map. They know that they need to leave the circumstance behind. Yeah, they've got the PDF, right? They got the crown chakra PDF. They know emotional intelligence. They're being very rational. They know, and especially because the tension point inside their life has given them no choices. It's made them feel they've had unhealthy boundaries. So the healthy boundary is, even if we feel a person is a victim, it's almost like looking at it going, well, am I going to continue to let them be a victim, or am I going to be the adult in this situation and actually make a healthy decision for myself? There's a lot of clearing. There's a lot of benchmarks of accountability being addressed, but I feel in relation to their life point blank zero, that there's no choice because they spiritually feel connected to you. It's not a choice when you feel a connection. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not, you can't hide what you feel. Point blank. Yeah, you can't. So they have tried. I feel this individual, these individuals have tried to forget it. But for some reason, it had spooked them for a long time, but now they're kind of just moving into this acceptance of, gee, I feel really lost when I'm not with this person. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and then we're going to go into the extension to dig deeper into their actions and their romantic feelings directly connected to the divine feminine. for you guys this week, I feel as though you're going to be almost feeling a little bit, how could we explain it? A little bit like a headless chook. I do feel you're trying to correct things in your foundation, but I also feel you're almost on, it's almost like I'm seeing the Fool card in Tarot. You're ready to take a leap of faith. You feel like you're leaving a soldier behind, but at the same time, you don't know why you feel that way. Some of you almost may not be able to cry because you kind of know that it is going to be okay. Yeah, Alchemy, Magician. It's because you're feeling how do I slow down? It's because you are feeling that you don't have control over that side, that somehow this wouldn't be a good outcome. And it is just the emotions. I feel you're tuning into your counterpart, especially near the moon. Moon is mother. Moon is, and it's going to be an eclipse in Scorpio. All right. I'm also seeing the number drops down to 8, infinity. So the spiritual connection, you're going to feel each other quite heavily. So it can be quite emotional. Almost like you feel you're going to Hades. It's going to affect your sleep. This has taken a long time to get where it is. You need to trust your instincts. I feel it's almost as we move through that portal, something new is coming, and it's almost like going to rise like the phoenix through the ashes, and you're going to get movement. And I feel this is in relation to healing. Let's dig deeper in this. If you want to join us, come through the link directly below for the extension is in the join button. Otherwise, I'll see you live for the weeklies. And in addition, if you would like to get additional content, I do have the blogs online that cover your twin flame path, as well as your star signs, free, charge and paid. Take care, beautifuls. I'll see you soon. Come through and join our notification hub on the website at YILDIZ Readings 5D. Never miss a notification. Do click the link directly below and it takes you straight there. Very separately, we do have free star sign subscriptions and twin flame, as well as the paid version where we dive deep, and yes, we have duo packs. The duo packs give you free meditation tracks that are hosted via the website with up-and-coming education content. For a personal booking, you can go directly below. We also have the webinars coming up. So if you don't want to miss such, visit the website. Otherwise, I'll see you live throughout the month. Please comment on the video. It shares it through the algorithm. And thank you. And I love you all so much for being part of YILDIZ Readings 5D journey.